I stole this from Chris Buck. All right, so I stole this from Chris Buck with respect when I was trying to keep up with his amazing articulations. He's got articulations to an art form. I want to give you a little quick lick lesson here and put together some pieces that I know you already know, but this one, I use this all the time. So thank you, Chris, and let's dive into it. Look at what we got up on the board there. D minor pentatonic. So that's box 1 up there in pink, and then I guess it's box 4 down here in the blue. I've also included that chromatic stretch there of the blues note. And the beauty of it is that when you get 2 boxes you know really well, it creates another box in between. So in that space in between, there's another box there, I think it's called box 5, right? And it's really well worth knowing, because knowing how to play one riff in many different spots will come in handy, as you see on this lick. So there's a few components to this exact lick. The first part of it is the bend itself, that opening bend. And the way that I find it in whatever key I'm in is that I go to the top spot of that 3-note chromatic run. So right there is where I like to start it on the 2nd string. Okay, and so this is a big bend here. This is what I might even call a blues overbend on purpose, because you can bend up a whole step. You can bend up a step and a half. And you can keep even bending into this sort of vocal range where it's just sort of a blur of like a... And when you come down, it sounds really vocal. So lean into the power of that kind of sounding a little bit ambiguous as far as like, what's the exact note? It's just got some cry and some moan to it. Okay, so that's the big opening part of the lick, is the bend. Built right there. We're also going to do it in G, so you'll be able to feel confident hopping around to different keys. The next component of this is the release, because what makes this particularly tricky and fun when you start playing it a lot is that as you come down, you've got to slide, right? So a regular release might be, and that's great. That gets you to the 5th right there. But if you want to really get this sound of slurring and sliding off of the note, so you got to release and slide. That's part 2. Part 3 of this is just to stick the landing. My dog's getting excited. He's hacking up a lung. That's great. And I usually play some variation of that type of lick to get me down to this, in this case, D, this root. So you get this bend, release, and then you're down in this shape, right? Let's jam it a little bit. Jam with me. We're just static looping over D right now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And really try to go for the vibrato. And look for your own variations. Right there I did sort of a pre-bend. Right, you can take your time with it. It can be faster. Play it for a bit. Go for it. Beautiful. Let's move to G. All right, got to be able to play in more than just one key. I'm going to go up to this camera now so we get all the way across the fretboard. Imagine we're way up high, because this lick particularly sounds great when you're going up high with it. All right, so here's that box 4 shape. Box 5, and then box 1. All right, you got this. Keep going. Also, side note, notice the difference when you're using your fingers which Chris likes to do a lot, versus pick, right? With the pick, you can get more aggressive. With the fingertips, more touch. Nice. Beautiful. And now we're going to put them together. D to G. The beauty is we can play this lick and move it to each key. We're just going 1 4 1 4, right? So we got the D to start with here. Now we got the G. All right, you got this. Let's vamp. Let's do it. Y'all been working really hard. Appreciate all your enthusiasm. Keep on rocking. All right? Promise. Also, of course, find it right here. I couldn't help myself, sorry. And then on the G, right? Noise.